So when I killed Jason Graw, I said to him, I'm sorry, Jason, and I killed him. Normally I would have never gone through with killing someone, no matter how irritating they had become. But I needed to pick someone to kill, so I picked somebody that I didn't like that much. There was other choices I had and stuff, but it was in my mind at that time, everybody was going to die anyway. When I went and died on Wednesday, when I died a horrible death, all the people on this planet, all the creatures, and all the creatures on all the planets, you would all die. And it didn't really necessarily matter. Jason Graw was more or less an easy target. He was always coming over at late hours, and there was just things about him that really bothered me a lot about him. So it was easier to go through with killing him. Like Job and Sherilyn, they were making it certain to me that I had to go and die a horrible death. Now, if I still had sin in me because I didn't kill somebody, then I would get destroyed forever. I would die this horrible. They wouldn't even let me die the horrible death. But if I did die the horrible death, then one eternity later, I would come back as a bad creature because I would still have sin in me. And so that's why you needed to be brave enough to go through with killing someone. And it's odd that, some of the creatures weren't brave enough to kill somebody. No one would let you die the horrible death if you didn't go through with killing someone. Because once you died the horrible death, all the life would die anyway. Like you would all just pop. You wouldn't really feel any pain. My screams, I was such a large creature, my screams would pop you. You'd just all pop. If I didn't kill Jason, see, some of the war was still going on, and God wanted me in jail. So maybe that's what it was that I remember here. There was still this main demon of the war that I was going to eventually fight. He was on another planet. Now, I would have normally fought him in a hand-to-hand combat, maybe with a sword and a shield, but he learned I became so powerful over time that he wouldn't fight me. He tried to psychologically, a lot of the war was with a psychological warfare. It was fought with your mind. He tried to destroy me with hurting my heart so badly. He was going to try to rape my friends on this other planet and let them give birth to his children, and as they were giving birth, it would have killed them. And I was fighting against that demon while I was in jail, and I was also fighting against Jehovah. Jehovah's this other creature that had murdered me several times throughout the war, but he didn't have permission to do that. And so that's why God kept bringing me back to life. It was like an unfair battle. Okay, that's probably part of the reason why I was in jail. I had to go through these tests, these several different tests and everything. And there was this demon on this other planet that I had to fight. And we would have normally fought each other, but he knew I'd become such a good fighter. I was like a black belt, and he'd be like a yellow belt, in karate or something. So he wouldn't have stood a chance. But and then Jehovah was another creature that I was fighting against. There's so much. See, I remember when I was a human. Well, I'm not really a human, but I remember before I had my memory back, it was like I was almost like I was a full-blooded human, and I was the most disbelieving towards other life and aliens. I just didn't believe it. I didn't have my memory back. So I can almost put myself in your shoes. You're not gonna believe this, and I don't, I'm not asking you. That's why I say, okay, I'm doing what I know, and I'm waiting for God to get here.